Paris Saint-Germain beat FC Nantes 4-2 at the Parc des Princes. Goals coming from Lionel Andres Messi, Kylian Mbappe, Danilo Pereira, and an own goal. Let's look at what this game had to offer. First of all, let's look at the lineup for Paris Saint-Germain. Of course, continuing with the three at the back since the last Marseille game. And the only change was Danilo started this game with Kimpembe being injured. And Warren Zaire-Emery came in for the suspended Marco Verratti. But apart from that, no changes. And yeah, this is good from Christophe Galtier. Continues really well with works. It's not anything special. It's not anything good or something, but just simple. And this is exactly what Galtier has to do. Just do it simple, because at Paris Saint-Germain, you don't have to over-exaggerate. You don't have to do this and that and this and that. You just have to play simple, the best players possible, with the best lineup possible, in the best positions possible. That's simple. Talk about FC Nantes, of course, this was their predicted lineup at 4-3-3. But as every other Ligue1 team does, they went to a 5-3-2. What a surprise. What a surprise from Kombore in this game. As I said, every Ligue1 team does this, and I'm used to it. I think every PSG player's used it. I think Galtier's used it. I think everyone is used to this from every single Ligue1 opposition, switching to a 5 at the back. But here's the first goal from Paris Saint-Germain. Ramos running into space here in the midfield, finding Leo. Leo gets it, finding Fabian there on the left side, gets Nuno on that overlap run. Nuno puts in the cross, and Leo Pips is there with the tap-in. Tapinesi. Goal for Lionel Messi, 701st goal, club career goal for Lionel Andres Messi, and great start from Paris Saint-Germain. But it didn't end there. Ball didn't get cleared from Nantes. Nuno picks it up, takes the shot. Alaba Lafont saves it, but it's cleared right there. Mukiele pressures the defender to score an own goal. 2-0 Paris Saint-Germain after 60 minutes. And at that time, it was one of the best starts I've seen from Paris Saint-Germain in Ligue1 Uber Eats this season. Definitely the best start after the World Cup, because this is exactly what we need to do against these park the bus systems. Just take shots, high volume in the box, and just hope for a goal, because that's what you got to do against these park the bus systems. But then Gianluigi Donnarumma gives away a simple goal near post. Ludovic Blas with a great finish. But Gianluigi Donnarumma, I'm so disappointed in you. You should definitely be doing better here. Completely embarrassing. Second goal comes here for Nantes. And yeah, again, it's atrocious defending. Near post, Fabian and Marquinhos. Mostly Fabian misses the near post. And here, Nuno and Mukiele are just ball watching. Danilo tried his best to get it cleared, but it was way too late. And Donnarumma as well, just standing there. What are you doing, Donna, man? So a lot of question marks here on some certain players when it comes to marking in the corner. But we should definitely be doing better. But luckily, Paris Saint-Germain, the second half, came back. Kylian Mbappe, cross to Danilo, the GOAT. And Paris Saint-Germain get the lead back. And after that, it was a really mid-30 minutes. It was Paris Saint-Germain having chances, but not being decisive, not taking them. Warren got chance, Messi got chance, and Mbappe got a couple of chances. But then we got this beautiful chance here. Leo, second time actually feeding Mukiele. Mukiele gets into that space, gets fouled. We all thought it was going to be a penalty. But it was a free kick outside of the box. But in the 90th minute, Pembele picks up the ball. And instead of giving it to Leo, which would have been the more simple and easier passing option, gave it to Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe takes a great touch and puts it bottom left. And what a performance it was from Paris Saint-Germain. I would give it a 7.5, 8 out of 10 if you disinclude the two individual mistakes. Because I wouldn't say that goes on the performance. That goes on certain individuals. It was a great performance, and scoring 4 goals against the Parc des Bus system, it's always great to see. It's always great to see at the Parc, and of course, this game will be memorable as the 201 game. Kylian Mbappe, before the game even started, made the game only by him. Only by him, and it was frustrating to see him just pressing and just doing way too much for that goal. But luckily for him, he got it at the end. And we saw the relief in his eyes that finally, after 95 minutes of trying to get the ball into the net, he finally did it. But for me, the first question mark of this game goes to Gianluigi Donnarumma. Last game, we were hailing him and praising him for keeping 2 out of 7 XG prevented. Well, his best game for PSG, maybe. But then he drops this, and you gotta question yourself, Gianluigi Donnarumma. You're supposed to be one of the best goalkeepers in the world. You're a goalkeeper at one of the biggest clubs in the world, Paris Saint-Germain, and you're doing simple mistakes as this. There are no excuses, Donnarumma. There are definitely no excuses from you in this game, and you definitely have to do better. We have the Bayern Munich game now coming up, and listen, our attack, our midfield has to do a lot of stuff. But if you make another mistake, it will be very costly. It will be very costly. So Donnarumma, all eyes are on you. All eyes are on you. You were a big reason we got knocked out versus Real Madrid last season. Don't make it 2 years in a row. Please, Donna. I love you. I support you. I definitely need to critique you in this moment. Sergio Ramos and Danilo Pereira, again, it was a great performance from them. Both 2 goals, I wouldn't blame them on them. And they had just a great performance. I remember Ramos, every challenge he came into, won the ball back, great tackling. Danilo Pereira, just a clean game as usual. No one really can touch Danilo Pereira. The calmness he has, the link-ups he had there with Mukiele on the right side. And Danilo actually played as a right centre-back this game, where he usually plays as a left centre-back, which I think is very interesting. I think that this is very interesting from Danilo Pereira and Christophe Galtier, because I believe it may have to do with the Bayern game, with Coman being on that right side. Maybe he wants Marquinhos to be there because he's a bit cool. He's much quicker than Danilo Pereira. But apart from that, it was a great performance from our 2 centre-backs. Marquinhos performing yet again well. Of course, not as great as that Marseille performance, but yeah, again, he didn't play in that secure, safe centre-back spot. Was pushing up a lot, winning the ball back, having great link-ups. I remember once with Lionel Messi and Nnates, so it was great to see this from Marquinhos. And he will be available versus Bayern, even though he was subbed out versus Nantes yesterday. Nnates and Mukiele, it's a bit performance, I think. With them parking the bus, there wasn't that much space. Mukiele, of course, was found by Lionel Messi twice in that box, but once it actually got brought down, but the first time he could have done a better pass to Mbappe. I think it was a bit of miscommunication, but I still expect a bit better from Mukiele. And like the marking from them two in that corner kick, they definitely have to do better. But Nnates contributed to both first goals in the game, and that's what we need from Nuno. Just keep on making runs into that box, getting shots and low crosses into the box that it's hard to defend. But great performance from Nnates. Warren Zaïre-Emery finally got to play in his preferred position. Instead of playing as a right wing back or as a right winger, he finally got to play as a central midfielder in this game. And it wasn't like a 10 out of 10 performance or something, but this is exactly what we want. It was a cheeky performance, had some great link-ups, had some great runs, one actually amazing run where he got a foul where Mbappe just was standing still. I don't know why Mbappe wasn't making a run and helping Warren there, but I love it from Warren, and this is exactly what he needs. Young players like this, they need minutes in their preferred position to gain experience and to gain momentum and to gain game rhythm and to get to know their teammates even better. But another class performance from Warren Zaïre-Emery. Lionel Messi, the man of the match for me in this game. What a performance from Lionel Messi. Yeah, again, getting that goal, tap in as usual, but it was a great performance from Lionel Messi today. Should have gotten way more assists, way more stuff, but I don't know. Mbappe and Nuno, especially in that second half, weren't making runs, and I know Nantes were parking the bus, but I expect them to be making runs still against the parking the bus system, to unlock that parking the bus system. But Lionel Messi, yeah, another performance that just cements his place as the best performer in this season for Paris Saint-Germain, and hopefully he can continue this versus Bayern. Lastly but not least, it was the man, it was the myth, it was the legend, the Kylian Mbappe breaks the goal scoring record at Paris Saint-Germain, 201 goals. And as I said, I critiqued him a lot for this performance. I thought he was just pushing for the goal too much, and that made his performance not be that great. He was trying to dribble past players where he couldn't dribble past them, took a free kick, just was doing everything for that goal. And as I said, I'm happy for him that at the final end of the game, he finally got that goal, broke their record, and after the game, they had a big ceremony. That's what you usually do when you celebrate winning a trophy, but I guess that's how big Kylian Mbappe is, and that's how big he is at Paris Saint-Germain. But I'm really delightful from what I saw yesterday, because usually the games before we play the Champions League are not that great from Paris Saint-Germain. But if we disclude those two individual mistakes, because apart from that, Nantes didn't do anything in this game. It was a great performance from Paris Saint-Germain. Still need to do better, still need to improve better, but this is much better from what we were before. We went from losing 3 straight games in a row to now winning 3 games straight in a row. But the defense definitely has to fix up. We've conceded now 5 goals in our last 3 games. 3 against Lille and now 2 against Nantes, both coming at the Parc des Princes. So we definitely have to fix that. Our home goal defensive record is not great this season. I think it's the 7th best in Ligue1 Uber Eats this season, which is very bad. But all eyes now goes on that Bayern München game. But as I said, it was a great performance from Paris Saint-Germain. Smash that like button, subscribe to the PSGINT YouTube channel, and as always, allez Paris!